After some strong March releases and what's sure to be an expensive May, LEGO has decided to take it easy on us in April 2024 by only releasing 7 new sets totaling approximately $859.93. Those sets include the Dungeons & Dragons Red Dragon's Tale, Batman the Animated Series Gotham City art piece, Tecnica Lamborghini Huracán Tecnica in orange, LEGO Friends Space Research Rover, LEGO City Space Science Lab, and the LEGO Marvel Iron Spider-Man construction figure and Green Goblin construction figure. Also, forgive my voice, I'm either getting sick or like everything else here, the allergens are bigger in Texas, so yeehaw and God bless you. Today, it doesn't seem worth it to do a tier list. Too many tears were shed off camera during our last tier list video, go check that out. But if I did do a tier list, it would look like this. Partially because I'm not planning on picking any of these up, at least not day one, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't. So let's get started with the Dungeons & Dragons Red Dragon's Tale. If you thought LEGO fans were willing to spend a lot of money on the things that they love, well boy, let me tell you about D&D fans. This set, $360 for 3,700 pieces. This set is going to be so popular between Dungeons & Dragons fans, LEGO Fantasy fans, and general castle fans. There's also a literal D&D adventure that can be played using this set, which means all these little rooms and passageways have so many extra little details which have to be used to play into the story. It also means so many Easter eggs and secret passageways, and I'm not going to spoil everything. I've watched some videos on this one because I'm not planning to buy it. But if this at all interests you, then don't look up anything about it ahead of time and just enjoy it as you build it and as you play it. You can also customize your characters. A bunch of extra little accessories come with those. There are so many classic D&D references. Got that great looking dragon build, an owl bear. Beauty is in the eye of this guy. It's got one of those weird cats from Avatar, and even that kind of gelatinous cube that can never be satiated. I would love to have a huge, diverse group of friends that could come to my home and play games with me, but I'm in my mid-30s and that's not really an option anymore. But I always like to gauge that line of playability versus displayability, and this set obviously has all of those things. From the front, looks like a great displayed castle piece, but from the back, like there's just so many little interior details and stuff. And ooh, there's a figure there with only his back shown on the box. That's gotta be mysterious, right? Between the characters, the creature builds, the landscape builds, the dragon build on its own, the castle theme, the general fantasy theming, if this set is not extremely popular, I will eat my shoe. Am I personally planning to pick this up? No, at least not anytime soon. My problem is that I'm a fan of too many different themes, which means that every month I can find something I love, but it also means that every month I have to find things that I think are worth skipping, and unfortunately that's a lot this month. Are you a fan of LEGO and LEGO Batman and Batman the Animated Series from 1992 to 1995? Well boy, do I have a set for you. It's the Batman the Animated Series Gotham City in what I hope is the next progression of LEGO art sets. It's basically a 3D wall mural model. This one is $300 for 4,200 pieces. This again will be a huge winner within the aforementioned demographic, but I still think that this one will be bought by a lot of people. Sure, this set is expensive. It's also very large. Here's it alongside a normal sized Nicole. This set also references everything from Batman. Granted, it's in micro scale, and it seems like every single reference is behind these weird little gray tiles, which are all revealed to you in the promo video. So again, don't watch videos on this if you're interested in buying it. Just buy it and enjoy it when you get it. But I think overall it's a win. It's a beautiful looking art piece. It's got a bunch of great little build details and pieces. Am I personally planning to pick this one up? Nah, Batman. But no, I'm not. Moving down the line of things that people will care progressively less and less about as we go, this is the LEGO Tecnica Lamborghini Huracán Tecnica in orange. That's very important. It's 806 pieces. If it looks familiar, it's because it's a recolor of, well, the Lamborghini Huracán Tecnica in green, which I have right here. And if you're green with envy, that's no surprise because I also think it looks better in green. It's literally 100% the exact same set, but in a different color. They even use the same promotional images, the same promotional text. Everything is exactly the same. It's just a different color. I don't really understand these recolors. I think any casual fans like me are going to have bought the first one and they're going to be one and done. Also a much cheaper way to have kids. I think LEGO is targeting people who didn't notice that the green one came out, and now they'll go to stores and they'll see the orange or the green one and they'll have the luxury of choice. But anyone who pays any amount of attention already has this set. in green. There is one specific audience I think LEGO can target with this set, and that's people who have bought the original green Huracán but have since rebuilt it into a mock of a Tecnica Formula 1 car using someone else's instructions, and now they say, well, this is an opportunity to have a Huracán displayed as a Huracán instead. I almost fall into that category, but even I don't want this set. I did find one difference though. The green car is a gift for kids who love super sports cars, and the orange is a gift for kids who love cool car toys. The real reason, I'm sure, is that these sets are so easy for LEGO to produce and put out. They don't have to spend any time on the design, any time on the marketing, any time on the 3D digital pictures or anything. They're all already done. It's just a very minor recolor. Look, I can do it on the site itself. Digital magic. So even if LEGO sells a fraction of these sets compared to the original, it didn't cost them that much to make them, and so they might as well, which is exactly the perspective that we want our favorite company to have, right? Were you losing interest before? Well, hang on to your helmets because we are heading to space. But it's LEGO Friends Space. I'm just kidding. LEGO Friends has a lot of great things about it. Like they got a cool, colorful piece selection. They've got, these are the Space Research Rover. It is $50. It is 500 pieces, and it's got a cool, colorful piece selection as would be expected in a LEGO Friends set. Here's something cool though. If you see this weird, interesting looking symbology, it means that there's some level of modularity to these sets, and this one can be combined with a bunch of other space sets. Like this one, it was recently released. It was $80. There's another Friends Space set. I don't know if this one specifically has any modularity to it, but this one, oh look at that, it's the Mars Rover Perseverance, and that's the face on Mars. I didn't even notice that. There's a toilet. This set is out already. A space cat. Hey, that's relevant. You can combine this set with your Space Rover set, which literally comes with a dog. And if his name isn't Rover, I will eat my shoe. I know it sounds at this point like I kind of want to eat my shoe, but aren't you a little curious how it would taste? You ever seen that show, Is It Cake? My kids love that show. But if you want to call me a fake Space Rover fan, I'll have you know my desktop background right now is literally of the Moon Rover. It rotates between a few different things, but I can barely justify the city space sets, and so I definitely can't justify a Friends space set. But let's stay in that same realm and head to the final frontier. Again, it's the Space Science Lab. This one's $35 for 500 pieces, but before you go out and try to buy this set by itself, it pairs great with this much larger space base set. This one promotes accessibility. There's a guy in there's a wheelchair astronaut, which begs the question, it's probably not worth asking any questions, actually. Inclusivity is always a good thing, and that's the answer we're going to go with. I was wondering why this alien dude was wearing a helmet, and I'm like, he doesn't need a helmet, but I was like, oh, he's wearing a helmet inside our environment where we don't need that, but then when he's outside, he doesn't need a helmet. Those are the details we appreciate LEGO for, right? Also, how cool is it to have your favorite footy match streamed directly to you on your space base? Too bad there's no volume, because in space, no one can hear you stream. Personally, I have no interest in this set unless it is deeply discounted, and I would only really want it for these cool, smoky glass dome pieces, which I'm sure someone in the comments will immediately tell me are available for much cheaper from a different source. I would actually welcome that comment, so let me know. And speaking of sets I don't really want, here are a couple of sets that I do kind of want. We've got an Iron Spider-Man figure and a Green Goblin figure. You can display these alongside the Wolverine, Captain America, Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Venom, Spider-Man, or Iron Man set. Spider-Man's 30 for 300 pieces, Green Goblin is 35 for 470 pieces, but he comes with a glider. I actually think these sets look really cool at a scale that's large enough to make them pretty posable, and I think they look cool when posed like that. I know what you're saying, please sir, can I have some more? Because that begs the question of who are these sets for? I don't think these are worth a trip to the store just to get these sets, but I also think they're a little too expensive to pick up on a whim when you just happen to be walking through the LEGO aisle at Target every single time you go to Target several times a week for different there's things you need to pick up there besides, but I mean, while you're there, you're gonna walk down the LEGO aisle, right? Here's who I think these sets are for. It's the 5Gs, gullible grandparents getting gifts for grandchildren. It's $30, why not? If they're grandparents that don't see the grandkid very often, get the Green Goblin to go along with it. That's called a guilt purchase, and LEGO knows those exist. Am I planning to pick up either of these sets? Well, was Spider-Man No Way Home a good movie? I don't actually know. I think it was. I haven't seen it since it came out in theaters. I don't know about these sets. Also, I don't have any grandparents left who will give me guilt gifts. And that's all of them. Please do tell me which of these sets you're excited about and why it is the Dungeons & Dragons set. I'm honestly curious if you want the Dungeons & Dragons set because you like D&D, or you like Lego Castle, or just fantasy in general, or just the builds interest you in general. Let me know. All that being said, take it easy out there, and because I'm not planning to buy any of these sets, keep an eye on the channel for a little bit more Formula One content, and then we'll do some other fun things throughout the month, and then we'll chat come May, because that's going to be a very exciting month. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.